Kathy Vick, Deeply Awake Chats 2017. Well, I think I might label this one Hope. But I also might label it Festival Season because to me they're one and the same. When I started to wake up in 12, full on, holy crap, things are not as they appear, that kind of thing, I would allow myself to imagine comfort, peace within. What might that look like on the outside? If I could have anything, if I could go anywhere, if I could meet anyone, what would it look like? And I saw a lot of twinkle lights. I felt this kinetic, profound, warm, inviting, accepting energy. I felt my body moving. There was a sense of sexuality and of joy and ease and excitement. I told my kid in 12, hey, I think we should go to this Burning Man thing. And then by the time it was, he had to commit, it was plain that it wasn't the right time. He was only 12. But now, 5 years later, this season, I'm going to be participating in a brand new way. Last year I tried. I did, but I wasn't ready. This year, I don't like going to events just as a participant. Even Burning Man events, especially Burning Man events, I like to volunteer. I like to have something to do because it gives me a sense of belonging and it gives me a sense of participation and a sense of place. And it's great. I enjoy it very much. Over the weekend, I went to an event for, I don't know, a few hours and really did it simply to volunteer and to hang out with the people I know who also volunteer. And also familiar faces who I know from the community. And it was fun. But by about 10 o'clock, it was time to go home. Or 9. So I know what I need to have stick-to-itiveness. And because I don't have that right now, I go home. I know what I need now. In the meantime, I've decided that, it's finally time. So this year I'm going to be offering a workshop at several festivals. I'm going to be submitting proposals at several festivals. The first on May 1st, which is entirely fitting, beautiful, appropriate. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be on planetary and personal ascension. And those who come, I will be so grateful for, so respectful of, and so excited to learn about. The issue really is who I hang out with. And if I'm expecting to get a lot of goodies from people who can't even see me, well then, I'm going to be disappointed a lot. I'm realizing that I can have heart connections with a lot of people. Sure. Heart to heart, DNA to DNA, field to field, consciousness to consciousness. Not a problem. But it's what the people I hang out with focus on, consider important, that determines the quality of the of the connection, because I know I can go anywhere, and a lot of people can't. And my mobility of consciousness confuses and upsets people who don't have mobility. And it confuses and upsets me when I'm around people who want to pick at me for little itty-bitty, mundane, daily life kind of things. Just fine. Yeah, I did that wrong. Yeah, I did that wrong. Yeah, I did that wrong. Uh-huh. Yep, 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 yep. Oh, fuck. I get so tired of that shit. So tired of that scorekeeping bullshit. And I can't wait to get out of it. I can't wait to be done with it. I am sick of it. God. Full up. My shelves are full. Don't need any more. Thanks. God. Another invitation to feel like shit because I did something wrong, in your opinion. Oh, super great. Fuck. And for me, that's how it feels to be around people who are the way most people are. And you're just going to have to deal with that I have maybe a different perspective than the rest of the group. I do, and I've earned it. I noticed before I went on camera today. Anomalies just there on the screen while I was quiet. And I noticed the skip just now, but I keep going to this area. To me, it looks like there's energy and it's coming from me. And it looks like colors. Over here, too. And there was a video, 2 videos ago, The Other and Free Will. And there were anomalies when I talked about the portrait and mirror thing. And I want to discuss that just real briefly. But when I said it really is a mirror, pew, there's this little thing. And then there's another one that looks like a ray that pew, comes out like that. And then when I say so, there's pew, like that. And then at the end, when I say I'm going to read this and then put it to bed, pew, there's another one. And so I was looking at these and thinking, oh, well, that makes sense. And I played with it to see if I could get a runner to fly off me. I didn't do it, but I'll be working on that. That'll be my homework assignment. So I think that kind of, hey buddy, that I just went through just now on tape, the first 7 minutes. Yeah, well, that's part of it. So, you know, it's me waking up. I'm waking up. The last couple days has been phenomenal and very intense energetically. Yes, there have been contrasts, meaning I can feel one way and feel it deeply. And wow, last night I got a hit of something I've never felt before. And it had to do with just standing in my self. Really, really understanding I was okay. Forgiven, justified, that I haven't done anything wrong. And boy, that's the message again and again is I'm having to choose my own consciousness stance. What I think of myself, where I'm going to be, and how I'm going to be in relation. So for me, going to festivals, because what I'm sensing is that it is no longer time to hunker down. It's no longer time to be in repose. There are other people who have influences that I need and want, and they are ready, as am I. Injections of new life. Yes, I can get that a lot of places other than a festival. But when people congregate with high intention, oh my. So, yeah, I'll be offering a workshop, and already it's very plain to me that some people will just poo-poo it. Some people will make fun of it. I had a friend just say something so inappropriately dismissive about what I was going to be doing, and I shot back and said, this is my life. This is what I represent, and I've been working on this actively since 2012. And some people do make fun of it, and some people put it down, and some people are not interested, and then others know it's the way home. So I guess you won't be coming, basically, is what I said. It's just like, really? What the fuck? I would never, if somebody said, they're what they're going to be doing and that they're excited about it, I would never shit on it. Wow. Well, alrighty then. I've made some good decisions, I think. And that's what I've been feeling, is just this sense of it. The only word that I have for it is justification, and that's not the right word. But just knowing that I really was right. I had that experience after this event where I was kept in the dark. I willingly said, oh yes, would you please not the blindfold? Oh, no, harder. Yeah, like that. And then I did a dance for quite a while, pretending that I couldn't see. Yeah. And then, after things began to resolve, boy, did I know. Down into my toes. I had it sussed the whole time. I'd been arguing against myself and my own hit. So that's one of the things that I've been getting guidance on is, literally the guidance is so much different, and it's just been the last few days. It's internal. It's innate. It's in the moment, and it is profound. And it's right there. And even so, even with stuff coming off of me and having this awareness that is beyond the beyond, still, to some people, I'm an asshole. To some people, I'm a loser. To some people, I just can't get my shit together. Isn't that funny? Yeah, it's lost its humor to me. I'm tired of it. So that tells me I'm just rocking out of a reality. And I see it. I see this gray egg. It's kind of oval, like a seed pod. One of those. Is it a milk? There's a cat, a pussy willow or a cat, something, and a pod. But what I'm seeing is that there's something that's almost unnaturally glowing, and it's a human being stretching out of that thing. Well, I think that's pretty much a cocoon metaphor, a butterfly metaphor. And maybe the festival metaphor is simply one of knowing that it's time to really begin to take my place within my tribe. It's time to finally hook up with friends. It's time to finally stop complaining about being alone and being with people who I don't click with. It's time to stop it. And so the way that I stop that is to inject my reality with something that better, that makes me happy. And I am. It's really quite astonishing, the contrasts as I put one foot in front of the other. And all I know to do is to be well with it, to allow it, to be grateful. I find myself the last couple of days just out of the blue, not even focusing on anything, just saying, I love you. I'm so happy. Oh, I love you. I don't know. I'm not focusing on one individual, that's for sure. No. It's like the whole thing. And yet I can get frustrated and angry and, well, okay. Okay. Notice that? All these eructations on my skin, having physical symptoms that I didn't expect. So many things going on physically. And I know I'm not the only one. That's why I come. So, energetically, things are really good, and I keep getting it that, this equinox is a big deal. Okay, so we're going to go from eclipses to equinoxes to solstices, and everything's going to be a big deal. Maybe. That's okay with me. I loved it. Kai Pacha was showing the weekly Pele report, and he was talking about a natal chart. You know, imagine that the snapshot of today's events astrologically is a natal chart. That's interesting. Because what's happening right now, and has been for about a year and a half, I really feel like I'm in a bit of a romance with the stars, because like to this report, it's freaky deaky. Not the degrees, but the placement of the planets. It's like my signature up there. And lately, Venus in Aries, Sun in Pisces, eclipse in Virgo, my ascendant. It's just... So I thought that the eclipse was my big moment, and then I see him reveal that these alignments are still going on, and they're all really significant to my chart. I don't know if they're significant to yours, but I do know that I'm receiving a lot of information that is otherworldly, that I may not know how to even articulate or understand, but it's in the heavens. There's a lot going on that is affecting me, and I am so happy about it. It's so deserved, well-timed, appropriate. So I'm feeling like my physical life is catching up, finally. I've been more than willing to make myself so super small. So super small. And I've been hanging out with people who need me to be small. Yeah, not crouching anymore, not hiding anymore. And we have an agreement here that the end of this week is the end of being in hiding. It's time. It's time to open up the windows, open up the doors, let the sun in, allow other influences in, and trust that everything is moving along with our best interests in mind. It's hard to believe that when I'm surrounded by people who are convinced that the sky is falling. It's hard to convince myself when I am convinced the sky is falling. It ain't. I see so plainly. The Kali Yuga is dead. The patriarchy is dead. The feminine, the female, has risen from the dead. And this union between a depleted male and a resurrected female, well, it's about time. It's about time. Am I saying that about a nation? About a humanity? Or about a woman? Does it matter? I've been seeing it very, very, very plainly. The past is not supportable. It's not tenable to continue the way that it's been going. It just isn't. Something new has to come. It's from the old. Sure. The sturdy parts. But I'm willing to let new elements in now, once again. Maybe it's just because it's spring. Who knows? I feel it's a little bit more than that. 5 years. It's been 5 years since I started to really, really walk this way. 5 years. And it's this season that I feel finally ready to present myself to others as a speaker, not a teacher. I think I like the appellation speaker. It's up to you to decide whether I'm a teacher. I don't care if you understand the information or not, really. My job, my role, is to simply speak and let you come to your own conclusions. And I think it depends on the audience how good I feel about speaking and whether I ever open my mouth or not. Because yes, I can suss energy very well. Well, I'll tell you what. I have hope. I still get scared. I'm still hypercritical at times. I still feel ground down at times. And I still feel disappointed at times. All of those things. Sometimes I grieve and sometimes I cry. Sometimes I feel nothing but loss and regret and anger and disappointment. Yep. And if I explain why I felt that way, you go, oh, holy shit. Why aren't you on antidepressants? Well, I don't need to be. Because the things in my life that have defined me so far by their limitations, I no longer accept as mine. I'm so much bigger than what I've been told. You know why? Because other people, if I have this huge energy and the people around me don't have those receptors open, it seemed to me that if I need to have it reflected back in order to have it be real. And my job is to now just know it's real and be in it, regardless of what other people think or feel or need or want. And that's a little bit different. That's not this Jesus, Savior, I'm going to help you feel better shit. Nope. It's not. It's knowing way down deep. You've got this. You're right where you're supposed to be. So am I. You're beautiful. So am I. You're strong and capable. So am I. And just going from there. Feels so much better. So, festival season, here I come. Spring, here I come. New friends, here I come. In this old life, well, I hope you like the view, because it's the backside of me you're seeing. Pick up the pace. We can enjoy each other eye to eye. Otherwise, you'll just see my ass as I run toward what I know is a beacon of hope. Influences that I can only sense. But I feel lit up from the inside out. So I know where to go. I know what to do now. I don't know when my circumstances change. I don't know. But I've gotten information as to how to alter my circumstances in place enough for me to enjoy some of the things that I'm wanting to enjoy. And that's the start of everything. Exerting what power I can right now in hope, in respect, and in love with this self in its totality. Very hard to squeeze this down into one little sliver of a roll. I'll do it as long as I need to, but I'm making it very plain. A new way. Is what I'm ready for now. Declarations are so powerful right now. But they require really, really, really drilling down, getting to the base. Cleaning house, and then in the basement, making declarations about how things will be from here on out. I've been doing it now for about a month, and my life is quite altered as a result, very positively. But making declarations, it's just wanking if you're not in the basement. And I really feel like the next few days, it's all about walking up the stairs. Yep. I have a clean house. And it's time to finally walk out the front door and greet the sun, knowing my house is in order, available for rest, sleep, and nurturing any old time. That I always have a home. But maybe there's something more than reflection, healing, coming together. I'm excited. So if you have interest, I'm going to be starting out at Beltane in Colorado Springs on May 1st, and from there I'm going to be offering it at Arise, Apo, Elsewhence maybe. I don't know about Elsewhence, but wherever there can be workshop space, I'm going to be saying, excuse me, what do I need to do? Would this fit with you, what you guys are doing? And the odd duck who wants to talk about planetary and individual ascension is going to feel quite normal in a circle with new friends saying, oh, my God, am I glad you guys are here. Let me hear what's on your mind. Let me hear where you're at. And then let's go places. Can't wait. All right, so that's my message of hope for today. And I hope it finds you well and happy and hopeful. Because that's what I am. And it feels good. So if you're there, awesome. If you're not, I completely get that. I like that my hair's growing in gray. Look at that. Ooh, it's pretty. Changes. Hope. It's elusive at times, depending on the company I keep. Depending on the wishes that I have in my heart that are looking like they'd be great to be fulfilled. I'm so glad that there are wishes that I've had that I have felt with my spine and my blood and my bones that weren't fulfilled. Wish fulfillment is tricky business. Declarations. I prefer declarations. Either way, I have hope. So I will get dressed and once again dive into the land of the living, the land of misunderstanding and insecurity and projection. Oh my God. Trying to remember. I'm looking forward to my spiritual weightlifting being over. I think that I've accomplished what I needed to, and I'm about ready to declare myself free of many things.